Okay, while we're waiting for our shotgun fruiting chamber to dry out, we're going to plant some bare roots. I can see they're already starting to grow, so I need to get these in the ground, but it's been really windy and the weather just now started to warm up. And don't even ask me how to pronounce the name of these things. I think the common name is Pasque Flower, but right here is the Latin name. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Anemone pulsatilla vulgaris. There, that'll give all you people out there something to laugh about. Actually says I'm supposed to soak these 12 hours before planting, but I kind of forgot, so we're gonna do it anyway. Let me go grab a shovel and we'll scrape a spot out and get these things planted. I can see it's already starting to get windy. Hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Take some of this stuff out so I have room to work. This stuff I'm not sure what the true name is, but I call it donkey's tail. And it's beautiful, but it's also a little bit invasive. So I'm always ending up pulling the babies out before they get too big. Pulling them or spraying them. Look at them. They seed or a piece breaks off, and wherever they land they grow. So, but see, there's a whole bed of it right there, and it's beautiful. It makes a wonderful ground cover, but you really have to keep on top of it, otherwise it'll take over. All right, and whoever had this house before we were here, they put rocks all over this, so it makes it extremely difficult to plant in here. Anytime I want to plant, I have to scrape a spot out and kind of push the rocks away, and then try and get down to dirt through the landscaping fabric. It's not fun at all. But things seem to do okay here. Once I get them in the ground to the dirt, they're not bad at all. I suppose I should get a bucket so I can put the dirt in. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a bucket. Okay, what I decided to do was I'm going to take this bucket and I'm going to take out the rocks and dirt that's here right now, and then when I cover the plants, I'll cover it with this. It's a combination of potting soil and compost manure, so I won't have to fight throwing the rocks back on top of it, and it'll help the plants out. You can see what I'm talking about. These rocks make it really tough to plant anything in here. I'm gonna get this dug up and then we'll be back. Okay, I've got the rock out of there And I think we should be deep enough. So let's start putting these in. I've got 24 of these actually, but only 12 are going to go here. So we'll put these 12 in. I'll take the other 12 out to my park and put them in. Let's see what we got. I don't even remember how much these things cost. They've been sitting for a little while. I was waiting for the weather to warm up and the wind to go down for a change. But they're from bulbsdirect.com and they came from the Netherlands. So they gotta be good, right? Come on, the Netherlands. So we'll put those there. There should be 3 bare roots in each package. And that's 1. Guess I should put them like that. Maybe I should put the soil in first so that they'll stay upright. I'm thinking that's a good idea. I hope I got enough soil, but I don't really think I do. I'll probably have to go find some more somewhere. So let's start by filling this trench, and then I'll see if I need to get more soil. It's gonna be close. I think we can make do with that. Yeah, that should be all right. Then I'll just put some mulch over it and they should be okay. All right. There's one. Yeah. I guess I'll just put them this way. Pretty happy that way, don't you think? There, look. Looks like it's been in there for a week. Another one. I think I'll go from each end. That way I can get them kind of the appropriate distance apart. I mean, you know, even spacing. That's how I usually do it. Yeah, try and get one somewhere in the middle, and then I'll just keep splitting the distance between them. There we go. Alright. I'll get the rest in there and then I'll bring you back and show you what they look like. Okay, I decided to only put 9 in because for the space that I have allotted for these, they're looking already pretty close together. They're a little bit crowded. They're supposed to be 10 inches apart, but they'll be fine. So we will get a little mulch up near the edge of them, keep the water in, and then we'll put some water on them and wish them luck. And there you have it. Alright, I decided to go ahead and show you the mulching. You can see how pretty it looks when I'm done. Try and do this as gently as possible. And it really doesn't matter if you get them covered up a little bit. They don't mind at all. They'll come right through that mulch. Just as long as you get it on there to help conserve water while they're getting their roots established. That's all they care about. I think sometimes people get a little bit too overly concerned about how to plant stuff and sometimes how to care for stuff. Plants are a lot harder than they give them credit for being. And I think sometimes they actually thrive on just a little bit of negative stimulation. I don't know, it's kind of the fight or flight syndrome or whatever. I don't know if plants kind of have that too, where, you know, if you cut off a branch, it sends out extra shoots to replace the branch, and it actually ends up being a fuller plant than if you just left it alone in the first place and babied it. I don't know. It just seems to be my experience. Alright. It's not looking too bad. It should be good enough to keep them nice and moist. I kind of like that they already have a little bit of a start. It's almost like instant plant. Alright, let me go get a watering can and we'll water those in, and they'll be on their way to becoming big, beautiful flowers. Okay, let's go give our babies a little bit of water. First watering, I always like to water them really good. At least that's what my dad taught me. I don't know. Maybe they don't need this much water. It has been really dry here though. Yeah, and that's that. Now just wait for them to grow. I'll be sure to come back and make an update video on how they're doing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support my channel.